Hi everyone! Welcome to week 7 of our 2017 Home Organizing Challenge. Join me here every week and I'll give you a simple task to focus on throughout the week and you'll baby step your way to a more organized home. This week we're starting our series on paper organization. Now I have yet to meet a family that does not say they are overwhelmed by paper. It seems to be the universal clutter. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how big or small your house is, we are all surrounded by paper. So this week we are going to start setting up some really smart solutions to get you out of those paper piles. And the first thing that I want you to do this week is to get what I call a mail inbox. And this inbox, I want you to make it really, really shallow. So you can get a really, really shallow box, you can get a shoe box, you can get a nice decorative tray. It doesn't really matter, the receptacle doesn't matter as much as the process. So what I want you to do this week, once you find your receptacle, or like I said, you can use a shoebox for right now if you want to work out the process first and then find something. This is actually just a plastic kind of decorative basket from the dollar store, so it can be very economical. But I want you to put this basket in a place that has pretty high traffic in your house. So I don't want you to put it in your home office if you don't really go in your home office very often. I don't want you to put it in your bedroom because we want to try to get all the papers out of your bedroom. I usually recommend putting this either in your kitchen, maybe on a countertop, somewhere in the entryway so that it's not falling all over the place. Because if you're anything like me, at the end of the day, when I walk through the door, I've got bags on my arms, I've got mail in my hand, I'm usually carrying a kid, and the first thing that I want to do is just drop everything down. And so it might be handy to have this basket somewhere near your entryway. So that's what I want you to focus on this week. It's really, really simple. Find something that you can use. It can be a temporary storage item for right now, and then put it in a place that you're going to be able to access it. Now, once that's in place, the process that I want you to do is when you walk in with that pile of mail, instead of putting it on the kitchen counter or the dining room table or any other flat surface that you see is starting to pile up with all of these paper piles, I want you to get into the habit of putting it directly into this inbox. And now one of the reasons that I want you to get a really shallow basket is so that you can't just keep piling and piling and piling, because what's going to happen? Everything's going to topple over and it's going to fall apart, right? So what I want you to do is give yourself maybe 3 or 4 days. This really holds about 3 or 4 days of mail, and then that's when you need to start going through it. So you know, based on how much paper comes through your door, how many days it can hold, and then you need to hold yourself accountable and start looking through the papers at that time. Now, what you do with the papers, we'll talk about next week. This week, I really just want you to focus on getting this set up. Now, once I walk through the door, I just quickly go through my mail. I just brought all this in. I quickly go through and I say, okay, these are the things that I want to look at later, so I'm going to put them in my inbox. That's what goes in my inbox to be reviewed later. The rest of this, let's see, I have a newspaper subscription, so that's going to go right over here in my newspaper basket, which we'll talk about in a couple weeks. And then this is what I call junk mail. So these are just flyers and coupons, things that we don't typically look at. Now, if your household uses them, great. Put them in your inbox and you can look at them later. But if you are like me and you don't really use these, you don't go through them very frequently, I like to take these immediately and just drop them in the recycle bin. And so they're out of the way, they're not taking up precious space because I only have limited space for this mail. It's not gonna take up that precious space and it goes right out into the recycling. Okay, so that's what I want you to do this week. Simple, right? Find something that you can use to hold your mail and just get into the habit of putting it in here instead of piling it on all those flat surfaces. Okay, next week we'll talk about what to do with the stuff that's in here. All right, have a great week. I hope it's really productive and I hope that this is going to start working for you soon. If you have any questions or you get stuck, leave me some comments and I'm happy to help. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.